Ladies and gentlemen, this is our project for NI Yandra 2012 on detection of fire in train due to overloading and short circuit in wires. This is our front panel of LabVIEW, and this is our circuit diagram. It consists of Arduino board and an LDR. You can see it.
So basically the purpose of using an Arduino Uno board over here is we are using it as a data acquisition device. A data acquisition device is a device that will feed the value from your transducer to your system so that you can monitor it, and if required you can alter it. So as my friend has already highlighted what is the challenge that we are facing, our solution to this problem would be using some low cost transducer like LDR and a thermistor or a temperature sensor, and Arduino Uno board as the data acquisition device, which the USP of our project we believe is the low cost, because Arduino Uno board comes in around 1000 rupees, and these the transducer that we are using are the cost is very nominal. So what happens, suppose you go in for a larger integration of this model, you can use an Arduino Mega instead of an Arduino Uno as well, and the cost will go up, but the advantages are many because you get more input-output ports over there. So the principle behind I'll talk about the implementation now. We know what is the basic principle of an LDR. So LDR, if I place a high resolution LDR near a wire junction, and if it sparks, then I'll get a change in the value of my the current that is flowing into my system. The principle behind an LDR would be the resistivity of LDR is inversely proportional to the light falling on it. So suppose more light falls on my LDR, the resistivity goes down and the current value in the transducer increases. So that is the main concept that I am trying to capture so that I can give a good solution to the challenge that I am facing. So if I come back to the LabVIEW, on my LabVIEW front panel, you see I'm using two panels for this. First, I'm measuring the value of my LDR, and the second one is for my temperature. So if I focus back on my LDR, what I have over here is I've preset the analog input to which I've connected the transducer. The meter is a fancy output numeric control, so it gives me a more interactive way of looking at the output. I have a danger LED which gives me an alarm and a danger signal whenever my output goes high, required than the which is above the requested value that I am going to set. Now this constant light value knob, I'll talk about it later if we see the block diagram. So if I go to my block diagram now, so since I am using two transducers over here, I have two block diagrams as well. First is for my photocell, and if I go down, just a moment, and this is for my thermistor. My photocell, I think it's a simple circuit block diagram. I've basically used the LIFA example for photocell and I've modified it to suit my needs, which is my requirement. So if I browse through this block diagram, I powered my module using a 5 volt plus VCC. I've mentioned the pin number through which my transistor is connected. This is my scale, that is the dial we have just seen. This is the part I am going to focus on right now. What happens is, I intend to use this module for two purposes. One is to see if there is any short circuiting in wires. See, whenever a wire gets short circuited, we always see that some amount of spark come out of the wire. Since I am using a high resolution LDR in the circuit, and I am placing this LDR very close to the wire junction, so suppose there is a spark, my LabVIEW system will give me an instant response in highlighting that there is some spark. So it gives me an option to investigate beforehand, before any disaster occurs. So initially I will calibrate this system to the area where I need to place my LDR. So what I will do, suppose I fix my safe value as 50, that is any value of my transistor that is on the scale, if I get any value of my transistor below 50, my circuit is fine, there is no need to get alarmed. But suppose the value goes to 60, which is above 50, I will get a danger LED signal over there, which means this LED will go high. And if you closely look at this part, I have a beep PI attached to it as well. So whenever my transistor value goes past 50, I want these two alarm systems to get activated, so that the operator who is sitting monitoring this situation can get to know there is some problem in this in the part which I am monitoring. I can use this setup for multiple parts. Since we all know these transistors are very inexpensive, and wherever I have a wired junction, I can place an LDR quite close to it. So whenever there is a spark, I can come to know, and I can prevent any disaster which is going to happen. My second purpose of using an LDR was, you may have seen in Indian trains, there are outside the compartment there are AC panels as well as electricity control panels, and some well-equipped trains also have some heater panels and heater control assemblies also there. Mostly due to our negligence, these panels are open. So it also prompts the people traveling to control the temperature of the compartment, like they can control the AC temperature or the heater, which is not correct. So these people are not trained to use this equipment, and any negligence of their part can lead to a serious disaster. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to ensure that the lid of the control assembly is off. So when my lid is closed, you will see that the current value will be a specified level. Suppose I again take the example of 50. So when my lid is closed and I have an LDR placed just near to behind the lid, and I am getting a value of 50, and that will symbolize that my value is alright, my door is closed, there is no need to worry. Suppose the door is open, so if you visualize, more amount of more light falls on the LDR, and just explain to you, the resistivity of LDR is inversely proportional to the current falling on it. So there will be an increase in the value that I obtain from the transducer, and the moment I do that, suppose I get a value of again 60, I know my LDR is getting more light, and there is only one possible reason of getting more light, that is the control assembly door is open. So the alarm goes off, my operator who is monitoring the situation can see that, and he can signal somebody to go and inspect it. Okay. So I've told you what is the implementation and the basic principle of our project. Now I'll go back to the front panel to show you how the project works. So since to save time, I'm already running this VI. So, now if you closely look, see, I'm getting a value of around 79 to 80 in my dial gauge, and I've set this value, my safe value as 85. That means any value that I obtain below 85 or 85, my alarm should not go on. But if this value goes higher than 85, suppose 87, I want the alarm to instantaneously go on. That is, my warning system would consist of the danger LED as well as my alarm. So everything is fine, everything is hunky-dory up till this point. I'm getting a value of 83. Suppose this is happening because I have placed a shield over my LDR, which is acting as a door. Now if you visualize, if I remove this door, my value of my current, more light falls on it. So my current value will increase, and if more light falls, current value increases, I can see my danger LED, which was previously off, is now on. So this again tells me that there is some problem over it. I need to rectify it. There's also an alarm working. I don't think you will be able to hear the beep of it. But yes, this is the system we are working on. Suppose if I put it in another situation, that is, I'm putting it in the short circuiting mode, where I want, in the sense, I want to see whether my wires are getting short circuited or not. So what happens? consider there is a junction right on top of this point, and there is a spark. If there is a spark, I'll get continuous spark, and the current light will continuously at regular intervals. The light intensity will go up. Since the light intensity go up, again reiterating it now, my value will increase, and I can obviously see a much higher value of my of LDR. Okay, so this is what is the LDR part of it. Now I'll shift. See, you can see over here the danger LED is on, which means my light is the amount of light is more. Hence, my circuit is working, and I've given you a light demonstration for it. Secondly, if I come back to my thermistor, the thermistor is also used for the same purpose, so this application is different. All of us know that whenever there is a load on my neutral wire, my MCB is not supposed to trip. That is, it will not go. The circuit will not go off. The thing that we want to focus on this case is that whenever there is more load on the live wire, the MCB trips. But when there is more load on the neutral wire, we do not come to know about it, and there may be some disasters occurring due to that. So what happens is, I am using a thermistor because of this purpose. I am placing a thermistor very close to my neutral wire. So suppose there is overload in my wire. We all know that the heat generated in that wire will go up. Since the heat goes up, my thermistor will show increased value of the current that I am seeing in my LabVIEW module. So that is the basic concept I am trying to highlight in the module. And I am again setting it at a safe value. Suppose my danger level value is 50, and any value of heat that is below 50 is acceptable to me. But due to some problem, suppose the transducer value goes to 60, I know my wire is getting heated up, and there is something I need to do about it. Now I'll come back to the warning systems, various warning systems that I can use in LabVIEW. Primary is the visual one, that is I am already using over here, is my danger LED. Suppose my operator has gone to sleep, which happens very often in railways. So I have a beep alarm as well initiated because of it. So if he is sleeping, he can hear the beep, and he can wake up. The other warning system that I can use is a dialog box. So I'll take you back to the dialog box. What I can do over here is, in a dialog box, what happens is, it will tell you that the amount of heat generated in the neutral wire is more, and there are a couple of buttons. Either you want to accept it, you want to do it. Till the time you do not click on a button on the dialog box, the dialog box will not disappear, and there will be a constant indication to the operator that something is wrong and he needs to inspect it. Okay, this was about our project.
Thank you for your kind attention. This project is done by Sagnik Basu, Puneet Agarwal, Saurabh Gandhi, and G. Ramasubramaniam.